So 1 to 2 weeks ago, I believe, all the big brokerages for the stock market announced the unthinkable, that they were getting rid of their commission fees for when you buy a stock. And if you don't know what that is, I basically just explained a few seconds ago, but I'll reiterate. When you buy a stock with one of these brokerages like TD Ameritrade or Charles Schwab, you usually have to pay this commission fee. Sometimes it's $6.50. With other brokerages like uninvested or E-Trade, it might be a little lower, like $4 or something. You can look those up for yourself. Now they got rid of those, so it's basically like Robinhood. Robinhood has been known for zero commissions, and along with its user-friendly interface, those are like the two main things that has drawn a lot of beginning investors or even long-time investors and day traders onto the platform. So when these big brokerages did this, it came like a firestorm. Everyone was making videos from, should you switch from Robinhood to TD Ameritrade or Charles Schwab, to this is the end of Robinhood, what are they going to do? I thought it was it for Robinhood. I was honestly about to take all my funds out of Robinhood and go to TD Ameritrade because I love TD Ameritrade. I usually use it for technical analysis, and then I conduct my trades on Robinhood on my phone. But this is what Robinhood did. You want to know what Robinhood did? Robinhood clapped back. They clapped back with this new debit card in their cash management program. It hasn't rolled out yet, but there's a waiting list. So we are going to talk about the 2 points on the video because lots of people are skeptical, or they're just like, I can't trust Robinhood with my money. Okay, so I just got all the main features, lots of pros. I did not even see like a lot of cons. I don't even think there are any cons for this. So we're just going to go down the line. I got my notes up here. Okay, so first things first, is your money safe? Hell yeah, it's safe. Your money is distributed among several FDIC insured banks like Goldman Sachs, HSBC, I'll just name all of them, Wells Fargo, Citibank, Bank of Baroda. I've never heard of that bank before, and the US Bank. So your money that is uninvested, so it's just sitting there, not in any stocks, will be taken and it will be deposited among these 6 banks. And they're FDIC insured up to $250,000. So you got to make sure that if you're balling out and you got like $1 million and stuff, that one of these banks do not exceed that amount. Otherwise, any money after that, if anything happens to that money, it's not insured. And it also has a 2.05 average percentage yield, which is the yearly interest. And you know what? That's pretty amazing. I personally have a bank account opened with Capital One, and they have this thing called the 360 savings and checkings account. I got a 360 checkings account, so it is very high. The APY for that is very high. It is 1.9%, but with other banks it might be a lot lower. As a matter of fact, I looked it up just now and it said that the 1.9 average percentage yield is 10 times greater than the national average. So unless you got a 360 savings, I'm going to assume that your average percentage yield is chump change on your bank account. So why not just make a Robinhood account? Am I right? When you get this debit card, or when you sign up, you will get to choose from 4 colors. I chose the black one. If you want to represent Robinhood, you can choose green. And there's 2 other ones. I think there's the United States one, and I forgot what the 4th one is. You can use this MasterCard debit card on 75,000 ATMs, and it'll allow you to find the nearest one in somewhere in the app. Now, when you withdraw money, you have a $510 daily limit and a $5,000 monthly limit. No, that's a lot of money for the day and for the month, so I should not see any complaints about that. For each of these banks, there's no fees, there's no minimum amounts that you have to maintain, and best of all, it is free to open right now. And so the way that this works with your money, your uninvested money in Robinhood being spread out through the banks, is that it's this network of banks that we covered earlier, and you can still buy and sell stocks instantly. But here's the thing, that money that you use to buy and sell the stocks, it takes 2 days to settle back into your account. So you won't receive the interest on that money that you use to just buy or sell stocks. until 2 days later. But I still think that's a pretty damn good deal. So let's say you have $1,000 of uninvested money just sitting there in your bank. Well, you have the chance to earn up to $20.50 on that $1,000 each year in a vacuum. So if you don't touch that money, so this is all hypothetical, you might touch your money, you might put it into a share or something like that, but if you don't touch it, you get $20 a year. And back to what I was saying about the average percentage yield being like 10 times less than what Robinhood has going for themselves. Pretty damn. So this interest is added every month, but let me tell you guys something. You generate the interest every day. You can do the calculation. There's this formula, so you'll find like the rate for each day. It's like 0.005 or something like that. And the way this works is that the daily interest is added to the account. It creates new balance, and that new balance generates a new interest amount. So it just keeps on compounding every day until the end of the year, and you are paid at the final business day of every month. So if you're still skeptical or you're still asking why you should open a cash management account with Robinhood, well, I mean, you can use your money in the brokerage account essentially while generating interest simultaneously with the debit card. So instead of having a checkings account that you need to get a debit card from to spend money and then having to like transfer money between your savings account where you generate the interest, Robinhood is basically blurring the line between those two types of accounts, and it is amazing. So you are getting interest on having money that's not invested, while at the same time you can spend that money and gain the interest on it. And also a final few points. You have zero liability protection, fraud monitoring so that your fraud is monitored, location protection. So if someone tries to like use your debit card in somewhere that you do not usually spend time in, then Robinhood will block the transaction. You also get spending alerts every time you spend with the MasterCard debit card. So right now, like I said, there's a waiting list. So I'm currently number 68,145 on the list out of 400,000 people. That's pretty good. And if you go and, I think there's like this notification that pops up if you haven't signed up for it yet. So you click yes or something. I forgot how it goes. I just saw it like on Monday and I was like, ooh, let me press this. So after you do that, you can like tap up to 1,000 times per day. You see, I tapped out today because I already did the 1,000 limit. So you can like do double taps or stuff. Let me stop tapping it. Double taps like this, and you can get to 1,000 every day. If you're really consistent. Some people are in like the 100,000 and stuff. So I might get mine pretty early, and then we'll check it out in the future video. And then if you scroll down here are the features and also the disclosure. So yeah, this number just keeps on increasing, man. People want their debit cards. Who doesn't want a MasterCard debit card? Ooh, that's cool. When you tilt your phone, like the little reflection thing moves up and down. Wow, that's crazy. Yo, I'm gonna love this debit card. So yeah, you can choose any color you want. I'm currently investing almost $350. I just like took all the money in my bank account and bought a share of Tesla today. So yeah, if you guys have any trading tips, because sometimes I have analysis paralysis, so I don't know which stock to buy. Like I do the technical analysis, so I look at the moving averages and stuff. Future video will cover that as well. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, yo, should I position trade this, or should I swing trade this, or should I day trade this? So that'll help very much. Go put yourself on the waiting list because you're gonna love this a lot. I'll catch you guys later in a future stock Robinhood video. Peace.